Hey guys, it's Amber, also known as Pretty Amor, and this is another episode of turning a $10 bill into $10,000. So, I have been going to the thrift store, and in the first episode, I just had a $10 bill that I was working with, and I actually found one item that was less than $10, and I turned that into $40 profit. And then I went to the thrift store again with that $40 and got more items to sell. And as those items sold, I got more items and more items. And here we are, episode 3. And we have a little update. 2 items sold, not from the last batch actually, but from our first couple of items. This J.Crew blouse sold. Hopefully it fits in the space here. As I was telling you, this J.Crew Liberty fabric is amazing and sells very quickly. If you watch my what sold videos, you already know what it sold for and how many days it took, but if you're only watching this, it sold in 40 days for an offer of $32, and as a refresher, I got it for $4.99. But yeah, so after fees, okay, I gotta add this back up because I use Nifty and it tells me what I made after the cost of goods, but for this video, we're putting back in $25.60 back into the challenge bank over here because, you know, I already took out the $4.99 for this challenge. So yes, that was the first item that sold. And then, like I thought when I picked it up, this Hanna Andersson set right here, the heart print sold. Let's see, when did it sell? It sold January 29th, so a couple weeks before Valentine's Day. And I'm filming this, let's see, it's February 10th, so 4 days until Valentine's Day. This will probably go up on Friday, so the day before Valentine's Day. But yeah, I knew it would sell quick, and like I said, it had some issues with it, so it did sell for only $18, but it took only 37 days to sell on Poshmark. And so then we had $9.49 plus the $4.99 that we already took out of the challenge bank. We had $14.40 back into our challenge bank. So that meant we had $40 to spend on this week at the thrift store. And I know in the beginning I said I wasn't going to go to the Goodwill bins, but this is just kind of been kind of slow for me starting out. And I love the bins. Like, you can get so much for so much cheaper, and lately my thrift stores have been trash. Like, I can't find anything that I know is going to sell super quickly for this video. So I think I'm changing my method a little bit. There may be some times where I do go to the regular thrift store, but this time we are going to the Goodwill bins. I'm actually filming this after I went, but whatever. So I didn't get much clips of myself in the bins. There is, I think, maybe 1 or 2 clips of that. It's just kind of hard. I do have some Meta glasses that I might do later, but I wasn't feeling wearing them that day. But yeah, later on in some videos I will be using them to kind of, you know, you get like a little perspective of how my bins are. But yeah, so let me find that receipt. So apparently I lost that receipt, but I can insert a screenshot if you really need me to show how much I paid, but it was $32 and some change. I'll put that right there to the screenshot, or like the exact amount. So we have about $8, a little bit less probably, because I know it was some change. I don't think I rounded up. Okay, so 2 items sold, and I'm currently at the bins. We're gonna continue to do our $10 into $10,000 challenge, and we have $40 to spend at the bins. This is currently what my cart looks like right now. We have some items to go to Once Upon a Child, but the best thing that I found so far, if I can find the label again, look at the tag. This marine Sari, is that how you say it? I don't know. It's from Paris. So it looks like size extra large. The comps are between 90 and 150 just for the top that I saw. So stay tuned for the haul and what we actually end up with. Alright, so this is the end of my Goodwill trip. This is my cart. Got some goodies up here. Again, some Once Upon a Child stuff, some stuff for Plato's, and some stuff for me to sell. Two full bags of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know the poundage, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Just to start off, I did get these Aeropostale Peanuts new with tags underwear. It doesn't have a retail price, but honestly, I feel like people love Snoopy and Peanuts and whatnot. So I don't know. I feel like I can probably sell these for $10 or so. Okay. Also, if you guys are new to my channel, I do send things to Once Upon a Child, Plato's, and ThreadUp. Probably for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to send anything to ThreadUp with this challenge bank money just because it takes so much longer for things to process on ThreadUp and for me to get that money. And unless I come across a lot of stuff, I don't know. I didn't get any this trip. I actually gave it to my husband because he's been trying to resell a little bit and he wanted to send in some ThreadUp stuff. So whatever I found that I knew would sell on ThreadUp better than me selling myself, I just gave to him for him to send in. But I don't know, we'll see in future videos because I like to send them in a generous amount to get my money's worth for that $34.99 fee. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes, but I am going to be sending to Once Upon a Child in Plato's Closet for this video because you get your cash right on the spot. You don't gotta wait or anything like that. So usually my business model is to try to recoup my money by going to Plato's Closet and Once Upon a Child with the bins items that I find specifically for them. And it works out pretty well. Like usually then whatever I have left, and like I source items not like just for me to sell as well, but usually then what I have left, either it's stuff that they rejected or items that I picked out that I was going to sell myself. Where was I going with this? Oh, that I basically then have all those items for free. So say I spent the $32 here, and then Once Upon a Child gives me $10, and then Plato's Closet gives me $22. So like all that money is already recouped, and then all the stuff that I have to list is essentially free. That's basically how I try to run my Goodwill bins hauls. Works out most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't. Just depends like what's at the bins that day, of course, and if the buy-sell trade stores are being picky and whatnot, which they have been lately, especially in December and January. Like they were not buying anything. They were just like, yeah, we have to be super selective, but whatever. Anyway, long story short, I have mixed feelings about sending this to Plato's, but I feel like this is super cute. It's like not cropped technically, but it is a little bit shorter of a jacket by Calia, so I'm gonna try to send that to them, and then if they reject it, then I will list it on my own. Then we have this Harley Davidson little quarter zip jacket. I'm gonna try to send this to Plato's Closet as well. It is a size extra large. They usually like Harley Davidson, and it is men's, and they take more men's items usually because, you know, men's items are kind of hard to come by that are gently used. then we found this Teddy Fresh overalls, size extra small. These are super, super cute and I feel like very springy. So that's why I picked them up. Teddy Fresh is kind of like a lesser known brand, I feel like. Like, I know people know about it, but not everybody does. But I like to sell the brand. It sells pretty well. These would probably go for like $30, I would say, and I'm gonna list them on my own. Okay. I also send in items to the North Face, which I'm not sure if their program is ending or not. I actually learned this from Ginger Marvin, Kathy, and she was saying that some people said that the program is ended, but you can still like get a label online. So I'm not really sure. Hopefully it's not ended because I don't think this would sell that well. It has a lot of pilling and graphic cracking, but if the North Face program still is available, I should be able to get $10 for trading this in. And what I do with that credit is, well, I bought myself last time with it, like it was like $130. I just bought myself something, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. So it's not going to go towards the challenge bank. And I'm not going to take anything out for that. I mean, I could take out $1, but like, it is what it is. Okay, I usually don't pick up like a lot of vintagey stuff because I don't know, it just doesn't sell for me. But this Portraits by Northern Isles hand embroidered 100% wool vest was just speaking to me, and I think it's just super cute. This is like basically my favorite color. It's kind of like a darker periwinkle almost. So I'm really excited to get that listed. And then we have a We the Free People top. It does have a little bit of wash wear, but I feel like that's fabric. I do also wash everything that I intend to send to Plato's Closet and Once Upon a Child, just because, you know, the bins kind of have like a weird odor and they want freshly laundered things. And then if they smell something off, they're not going to buy anything in your bag. So always make sure it is clean. But yes, this is going to Plato's Closet. They love We the Free People at my store. Then we have a new with tags. What is this? Little Me, and it says Daddy's Boy on it. So obviously this is going to Once Upon a Child. They almost always take my new with tag stuff, so I'm really not concerned about them not taking it. And no, it's not a big money maker whatsoever. Just like one item, like they usually, I think, give me like $1.25 to $1.50, sometimes more depending on the brand for things. But trying to recoup my money from the bins when I'm already looking at this stuff, it just makes sense to me. Then we have another Once Upon a Child item, super cute Who print. And then this is just Aeropostale again. There was actually a lot there. Like, I don't know if Aeropostale donated it or, I don't know, some retailer of it. If it's sold anywhere else, I don't know. But this retailed for $38. It had a sales sticker of $9.99 that I'm just going to take off. My intention was to send it to Plato's, but I'm really not sure. It kind of gives like pajama top, but also like cottage prairie core. So I think I can sell this better on my own. Okay, then we have this Everlane 100% merino wool, quarter zip for men. Definitely gonna sell that on my own. Everlane doesn't sell that well for me anymore. I haven't had a men's item in a while, so I'm interested to see how that performs. But 100% merino wool with no holes or wear other than like a little bit of fuzzing, which is typical of wool. I couldn't say no to it at the bins. And then if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I made a post about this top. It is a Bolo brand to me. It is called Marine Seri. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. There's the label. It is new with tags, and I looked at the tag because, like, if you just feel this, like, it does not feel like a good brand. It feels kind of like China, but like I was like Marine Seri white line, and then it had Paris on the tag, and I was like, you know what, I should look it up. But like, if I just saw this like that, honestly, I don't think I'd look it up because it just does not seem like it's good quality. But I'll insert the screenshot here that this exact top recently sold for $90, and there's a couple of other ones that sold for over $100. So I am ecstatic to find that in a picked over bin, and I'll be listening on my own. And then we have, maybe I should zip it up so it looks better. This is just French Toast brand. They usually do like school uniform-esque type of clothing for kids, so that's gonna go to Once Upon a Child. And it is a bigger size, which they're always looking for. My Once Upon a Child is usually overstocked in baby clothing. So like up to like 2T, they're pretty heavily stocked, and even like the toddler sizes and girls 10 for some reason they're really stocked up on. But the bigger sizes, like above a 10, they're usually looking for a lot. So I try to pick them up when it's a good brand and in good condition. But with that said, I did pick up this Old Navy kids dress in a 5T to give to them just because it's super adorable and I think they'll take it. I mean, there's literally nothing wrong with it. And then my Once Upon a Child loves sets. So this cute little easy peasy set, I believe that they will take because it is in perfect condition as well. And I could not pass this up because my husband loves to golf, and this just reminded me of him. We don't have any children currently, but I don't know. I'm gonna send it to Once Upon a Child, but if they don't take it, maybe I'll keep it for my future child. Oh, and then another random pair of Aeropostale underwear. They retailed for $8.50, so this didn't weigh anything, so maybe I can get $5 out of it or so. And then we have a John Galt crop tank top. This is a brand from Brandy Melville. My Plato's Closet loves it, so let's go in there. And that is the end of the first bag. And then we are doing a whatnot soon. Little plug here. On actually the next day that you're going to be watching this video, Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, my husband and I are going live on our first Whatnot show at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be a great time. There's going to be tons of dollar starts, $5, you know, like a lot of the stuff that we pick up from the bins, some mall brands, Free People, Anthropologie, maybe throw in some Lululemon, whatever. There's going to be men's pieces too, some sportswear, activewear, things like that. So if you're interested, come join us Saturday, February 14th, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. But anyway, I got these socks because, I mean, who doesn't love a good book and wants some socks that say, I don't even know, conscious, oh, that's just the brand, Conscious Steps. Oh, do they donate? They do. Your purchase today invests in education and provides one book for children across low-income communities around the globe. Each sale of this pair donates to Room to Read, strengthening their mission of creating a world free from illiteracy. I love that. I love that. So yeah, I don't know. We might do this as a giveaway if things are going well, or we might run it for like $1 or something, because there's a lot of bookies out there, and I'm one of them. So I'm tempted to keep these socks, but we're going to run it. And then I was going to look this up, and I never did before I checked out. It is from the brand Roots, which is from Canada, and their women's clothing does pretty well, and I'm not sure about their kids' clothing, but I'm going to try to sell this on my own and see how much we can get for it. And then we have this really cute, I usually don't pick up this brand, but again, it's giving cottage prairie core. That's really in right now. And baby doll, I think it's a pretty short dress. So yeah, I think it's a baby doll mini dress by the brand Olivaceous. There are some strings that I gotta cut off of it, but I think this would do pretty well, especially with spring coming up. And then we have this the right way, crazy yoga maternity dress, super cute. It does have like someone like tried it on, or just like some, I don't know, some stuff from the bins that I gotta wipe off, but it is new with tags, so I'm gonna sell that on my own. And then I'm a sucker for like farmhouse stuff. Like, I don't have it in my house, but like I love to see it. So this is just from Hop and Hen Farm. It's just 4 cotton napkins. I'm not sure what they even retailed for or what I can sell them for, but they don't really weigh anything, and I know I needed to save them. Then we have this super cute Zara sweatshirt that I will be sending to Plato's Closet. They love Zara, and I feel like they might be in need of some sweatshirts, hopefully this time. What's this? Oh, this is another North Face that I will be trading in. Then I got this, oh no, yeah, Burberry case for sunglasses. Unfortunately, the sunglasses weren't in there, but I think this case should still sell. It does have some cosmetic blemishes, spots and stuff, but I think it should still sell. Then I'm the queen of picking up random stuff in the junk bin. I was hoping to actually find the cup to this. It's a Stanley lid, but just the lid was here, but I have seen some replacement lids sell for like 10 bucks. Then we have a new with tag. If I can get it working. Here we go. Spanx bra. Goodwill actually only wanted $2.99 for it. Like, I would have picked it up at a regular Goodwill, but it ended up there. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna sell this on my own. Not really sure what the bras are selling for, but I'm saying at least 15 bucks. Yeah. Then we have some Zara skinny jeans. I don't think my Plato's is picking up skinny jeans anymore, but I have sold 5 in like the last week. So maybe skinny is coming back and they're gonna want some. So we're gonna send them there and see what happens. Oh, and then we have this cute, oh no, I didn't notice it has like some spots on it. Hopefully it'll come out in the wash. If not, you know, but little Donald and Mickey like surfing little baby swimsuit, jumpsuit thing. You can tell I don't have kids. I don't know how to describe this stuff. And then this Cars hoodie going to Once Upon a Child. Then we have this cute Oshkosh skirt going to Once Upon a Child. A Janie and Jack little poncho going to Once Upon a Child. And the Zara button up that's gonna go to Plato's Closet. And this Adidas jacket that has some spots on the inside, so hopefully we can get that out. That's gonna go to Once Upon a Child, but I couldn't pass it up because it is a larger size and the outside is pretty good. And it looks like hopefully that can come out. If not, I'll try to sell it on my own, but I just realized I didn't get a lot to list, but hey, if I could make it all back from the buy, sell, trade, and then all this is just pure profit, even better. This is an American Eagle, super, super cozy little sweater for Plato's Closet. And we have another set. This one is Cars for Once Upon a Child. And we have this super cute Adidas hat for Plato's Closet. Literally like onesies galore, to Nike. And what is this one? Carter's. They're all like 6 to 9 months. Like I said though, it's gonna be kind of hard for them to take it because they do get a lot of this, but I figured the Nike is a well enough brand that they don't get a lot of, but they get a lot of Carters, and this one is like pretty pristine condition, so hopefully they need some of these. And then I got these Nike leggings for Plato's Closet. The only reason I picked them up was because they were from summer 2025 and they're always looking for stuff within the last 18 months, so hopefully they'll take these. Oh, this is for myself. I decided to pick up some Old Navy wide leg pants for myself. You know, oh no, I didn't notice it has this big spot there. Oh, it's not even picking up on camera. It's like right here. If you guys can tell. Hopefully that'll come out. It's like, it looks like an oil spot though. Ah! So, you know, I forgot I had that. Oh, and then I got this Amazon hat, and I think that's it. Wait. No. Oh. Yeah, I decided to pick this up. Like, obviously, it's fake, but I don't know. I think it's cute. I'm not going to sell it, obviously, because it's fake, and that is illegal. But I think it's cute, so that's for me. Anyway, back to this Amazon hat. That's the last item. You can't sell it on eBay, technically, so I'm really not sure why I picked it up, but here it is. So yeah, I guess I don't have as much to list as I thought, so hopefully from the buy sell trades we can make our money back and more, and then we can go again. And hopefully the items I list sell. So yeah, let me know in the comments how much you think I'm going to get from Once Upon a Child in Plato's Closet, and let me know which item that I'm going to list on my own that you think will sell first. But yeah, I will keep you updated for the next episode on what sells and what we find at the next Goodwill or Salvation Army thrift haul. Bye!